Hey guys, this is Harvey over at Marie and I Farms. Some of you may be wondering what we're about. Well, this all kind of started. We bought a small acreage here east of Oklahoma City, and we planted some grass. And we was like, hey, we cleared this big pile of dirt and trees and stuff out of the way, and we needed to plant some grass. So we bought a bunch of pasture tall fescue and planted it in about a quarter acre. And we bought some fertilizer. And as I was putting this fertilizer down, I was thinking, man, there's got to be a different way to do this. This fertilizer, I don't even know where this comes from. It's kind of just doesn't seem right. It's just granules. In fact, I got a bucket of it over here. I'll walk over here and I'll show it to you. I got a cat. She doesn't seem to want to shut up. Um, Sorry. Yeah, like I said, I'm new to this. Here's here's this stuff. I don't really like it. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know what that is. It's some kind of fertilizer. So started researching on YouTube, and I come across vermiculture, which is creating soil with worms, and did a bunch of research on it. Did a lot of reading, watched a bunch of seminars, and apparently, what vermiculture is and what worm castings is, it's living soil. And what living soil is it's just God's way of making fertilizer. Worms come up from the ground. They eat leaf litter. They eat fallen plant matter and stuff like that. They actually eat the mold off of it. They're not eating the actual leaves and plant matter. They just eat the mold off the decaying material, and they go back in the dirt and they poop. And they have 5 stomachs. And out of that poop is all of this nutrient-rich biology that creates disease barriers and good biology for your plants. And there's a system where these plants communicate with the soil through some kind of network. And if the plant says it needs this, then the soil produces that. So what vermiculture is keep creating living soil, and then you take that soil and you mix it into the soil of your garden, of your house plants, of your hemp plants, your marijuana plants, whatever kind of plant you're growing, trees, anything. And you run about a 4-to-1 ratio, where you run about 4 parts soil and 1 part castings, and it's just a natural fertilizer. NPK doesn't really matter here. I mean, it is there. It's about a 6.65 is what studies show, depending on what you feed your worms. And it's just a natural way. So he's like, hey, man, let's try this. Let's see what it's out. So we bought a bunch of, European Reds, and we've got those from Midwest Worms, a great company to deal with. And we started some bins that we bought at Walmart. We drilled some holes in the bottom of them. We took some cocoa core, which is coconut husk, some leaf matter that we got out of the forest floor out here beside our property, and mix it all together. Added some water, some shredded up paper, some shredded up cardboard, and added about 1,000 worms in there. We was like, well, this is kind of cool, you know. So then we bought another 1,000 worms. It was like, oh, this is really cool. Man, they are really doing things. They're eating and they're doing things. We're throwing vegetable scraps in there, and they're consuming the leaves and things like that, and they're just doing their worm thing. Then we made another bed and bought 2,000 red wigglers. And they're more of a smaller worm, more of a hungrier worm, and I would say they compost better. Our initial thought was to raise the European Reds and create a fish bait, because we just live like a quarter mile from the lake. And, the more that we get into it, we're just going to do living soil, because we can't do 2 things at once. And it's better to do one thing well instead of 2 things at, 50%. So we're planning on taking this into the next level and maybe be able to turn this into a small business and a small farm. And so we're just kind of experimenting this year, and we'll be uploading videos on those experiments. And if everything works out, we hope to go into a large scale. and start producing this stuff commercially. So, like I said, man, watch our video, and if you like the videos, give us a thumbs up. It works great. If you want to stay tuned and get new videos, subscribe, hit that alert button. The more times you can give us thumbs up or thumbs down, the more times you comment in our videos and things like that, maybe give us tips or just suggestions or any kind of comment, as long as you're not, vulgar, we'll allow the comment to be there. And anytime you can do that, it's going to help our channel and it's going to spread awareness. And we're going to let people know, how God intended to raise plants, not how man intended it. So thanks, guys.